Plaintiff Angela Reinhardt is suing her ex-boyfriend for his cell phone bill, damaged property, and emotional distress. Angela claims the defendant beat her on a regular basis in front of her son and even bit her in the face. Defendant Nathaniel Alley Jr. claims Angela cheated on him throughout the relationship and sent naked photos of herself to other men. Nathaniel's countersuing for damaged property and rent.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding.
Hello, Douglas.
Hello, Judge. Please be seated.
Angela Reinhardt is suing Nathaniel Ali Jr., an ex-boyfriend, for an unpaid cell phone bill, damaged property, and emotional distress. And Nathaniel is countersuing his ex-girlfriend for damaged property and rent. All right, Angela, tell me why you're here today.
Me and the defendant met back in December of 2007 on his birthday. The relationship went way too fast. We ended up hooking up the same night that we actually had met. He seemed like a good guy at first, but after just little things in the beginning of the relationship, kind of like him yelling and I don't know, just shoving things and pushing open doors hard, stuff like that he would do. The first bad thing that really had happened between us was we were arguing one night, and he had hit me in the head with a hard toy that was my son's. I only had a couple pieces of clothing on at this time, maybe my underwear and a shirt, and he threw my blankets off of me, dragged me off the leg by my bed, dragged me by my leg off of my bed, flipped the mattress over, and wouldn't let me get back on it. He proceeded to do this for about the next 3 hours. Strewn from that was once basically after about 3 hours of this going on, this was about 3:30 in the morning at this time, I had ran to the window to go yell for help to somebody because he had my cell phone. That's what he used to do when we fought. He would take my cell phone, put it in his pocket, and not let me get it. So I couldn't call anybody because he knew he was doing something wrong. And he proceeded to almost clothesline me and knock me to the floor.
What do you mean clothesline?
He stuck his arm out and kind of caught me and hit me to the ground. That's kind of basically what happened. I had a crackhead living upstairs from me at this time who ran downstairs to my apartment building and yelled through my door that she was going to call the cops. He said, no, don't call the cops. I'm leaving. Left the house. I went to my mother's house with my one-year-old son, about one-year-old son at this time. This happened early December, I think. Went to my mother's house. My mother was very upset. I mean, she wanted me to call the cops, press charges, all that stuff. But I was like, no, I didn't.
Why?
I didn't, because do you want to know what, Your Honor? I was brought up to believe everybody has a little good in them.
Go ahead, Angela.
He had moved in with me at this point. I think it was probably early, I don't know, January to February.
Let me ask you a question, Angela. You are a very articulate woman. You are going through this very clearly, very lucidly. What are you doing?
You want to know what, Your Honor? I fell in love. And I felt terrible for my son. My child's father has up and left my child.
Yeah, but if you felt so terrible, you would have taken your son out of this situation.
You're right, and I would have. But you want to know what? It was also to the point where anything that he did was always to me. He treated my son like he was his own.
But don't you believe that it is abuse for a child to even witness abuse between two adults?
You want to know what? It took me a long time to figure that out, Your Honor, and I didn't see the effects on my child until after the fact that he was out of my life.
Children who are raised in violent households learn that violence is a way to resolve conflict in their own adult lives.
Oh, yes, and I realize that now.
So you've described two situations of pushing and shoving and the crackhead upstairs coming downstairs. What next?
I was standing in the doorway of my son's bedroom where he proceeded to run up to the back of me, grab me by the back of the neck, the front of the neck, and throw me into the corner. He kind of picked me up like this, put me down on the ground, shook me up and down on my floor, banging my head up and down off the ground. He's like, you're pick me up. He put me against the wall and kind of just held me there and was like, why do you do this to me? You're da-da-da-da, and just kind of yelled in my face about what basically a terrible person I was.
Did you suffer any injury?
Yeah, I woke up the next morning, Your Honor. I'm a CNA as a professional. I could not move my neck to the side.
You're what as a professional?
A CNA, a certified nurse assistant. I take care of the elderly. And he literally, I could not move my neck back and forth.
Do you have any photos? Do you have anything?
I have one photo, Your Honor, and that was when one time we had gotten in a fight and he had ran at me. And I don't know if he really meant to do it, but he came down and bit me in my face.
Let's see it. Do you know whether or not he has a history of doing this to other women?
You want to know what he told me, Your Honor? He told me he once had a case with a domestic violence case with another woman up where he originally lived because she was drunk and she was trying to get out of the car and he tried to take her keys and then she ran to the police station. Personally, after seeing everything that I went through with this man, I really probably think he really did put his hands on this woman.
Do you have a criminal record, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
For what?
Assault.
Assault?
Yeah, fights, with other guys.
All right, go ahead, finish.
The last bad incident that happened on June 2nd. And that was the worst out of all of them. An ex-boyfriend of mine had come home from jail. He'd been gone for about 1.5 years. I had been talking to him, not doing anything with him, Your Honor, just seeing how he was because I knew he had problems in the past.
You are lying. No,
I knew he had
you're
problems in
lying.
the past.
Because
I
you
was
were
not
sleeping
doing
with
anything.
him.
I was not sleeping with him. Are
Excuse
you
me.
stupid?
Excuse
I
me,
was
Your
not
Honor.
sleeping with him.
Hold on, one
Your
second.
Honor, I was
Your
not
Honor,
sleeping with
I
this
was
man
in my
at all.
bed.
At this point in
Okay.
time, I had not been sleeping with this man. Me
was
and him
in
had
my
broke
bed.
up for 2 weeks, and that's when I left him.
What you just witnessed was an escalation of an argument.
Yeah.
It only took a look, it only took a sentence, and then it just started building. I literally watched it go like this. It was palpable.
Yeah.
Why did you finally break up with him?
From the last incident made me leave him. Well, actually, a couple weeks after that last incident made me leave him because everything had just escalated and became so bad that Your Honor, I can't even put into words the emotion that I went through with this man. Everything, I used to go to work every day and cry my eyes out. My supervisors used to tell me to go to a shelter, leave him alone. My child was messed up. I didn't even realize my child was like this because by the time me and the defendant had gotten together, I put my son in a new daycare. I have statements from my daycare provider telling you what a difference it made when Nathaniel was not in my life anymore. She said 3 weeks after my son had left, I went to the daycare the one day and she said, what's going on with him? He's so much better. He's not crying anymore. He's not clingy. He's not doing anything. He's just playing with the other kids and he's fine.
What does that tell you, Ann?
It tells me that I had a bad man living in my household, showing my son the wrong way to live and how to treat women. That's what it was.
You not only had a bad man living in your household, but you allowed a
Exactly.
bad man.
And I allowed myself to be mistreated and my son to be scarred because of it.
So you seem like you've healed. Why?
No, I haven't healed, Your Honor.
No. You're stronger now.
I'm stronger because of it, because I've learned my lesson from it.
Have you in any way had contact with
Yes,
him?
we've had contact. Well,
Why?
the last bad incident when happened on July 2nd was when my ex-boyfriend had come home from jail. This was the worst incident that had ever happened between us. I came home. I don't remember if I was at work or where I was. I came home and he caught me in the kitchen. He ran at me, kind of hit his head against the wall, had me kind of against the wall like this. Took my sunglasses, my $80 pair of sunglasses, threw them to the ground, breaking them. I was like, what the heck is wrong with you? I'm like, I just paid for those. I went over to the sink. I kind of squatted down a little bit and he tore my chain off my neck. My $300 chain. I feel real strong about my jewelry because when I pay for stuff, I expect to have it and keep it because I work hard for my money. When he tore my chain off my neck, he scratched me. I'm talking a good 6 to 8 inches scratch across my chest. I ran, grabbed my son and tried to run out the door. He had I had my son and me like this. He threw me into several different walls until I finally ran toward a back window in my house. Tried to open the window. He ran up to me, slammed the window shut, but it got caught on a towel. Now, when it got caught on the towel, I was screaming bloody murder for somebody to help me. I was screaming because I couldn't take it. I swear to God on my honor, on my life, I thought I was going to die. I could not breathe. I was begging him to call me an ambulance. Somebody must have heard me and they called the cops. The cops ran into my house, pulled the taser out on him, told him to stand up, put his hands behind his back.
Excuse me.
And I have him, they take me out to the ambulance and they're asking me, my parents are there, my mom is not an emotional person.
What kind of injury and what did you do?
When I went, I did not put him in jail, Your Honor. Stupidity on my part, yes. Stupidity on my part. But you want to know what? All that mouth he's got on him is going like this, baby, I swear to God, I'll never do it again.
What are you suing him for?
I'm suing him for pain and suffering and an unpaid T-Mobile bill.
Show me a medical bill.
I don't have any medical bills, Your Honor.
Tell me about the T-Mobile.
The T-Mobile bill, I opened a phone for us in February of 08 and I closed it down in April of 08 because it was never paid. I now have an $813 bill from T-Mobile.
All right, I'm going to ask you, Nathaniel, did you use a cell phone?
Did I use it?
Yeah.
I use it. Yeah, I use it. She used my cell phone.
All right, tell me your version.
You know, I found out that she was still talking to her ex-boyfriends and, she was sending her boyfriend body shots and she was telling him she don't date me or nothing like this. Like one day, one incident with a guy.
Did that make you angry?
Huh?
Did that make you angry?
Of course. Listen, I got my income tax, right? Now I spend money on her and her son, like I told her, because her baby father just left her. And I told her, I said, you know what? She started crying. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? You don't need him. I'll be his dad. So I started taking care of him, buying him diapers, wipes, a high chair, sneakers, clothes, whatever he need, and buying her wardrobe. So, you know, I'm buying her stuff. And I did what I said I was going to do for her son. You know what I'm saying? Why is she talking about the T-Mobile bill? I turned her phone on in my name.
Which I was paying my bill.
No.
He had the phone on in his name because he needed a phone on.
Excuse me, I let you talk,
He
right?
needed a phone on.
I let you talk, right?
I don't want to hear you two fight.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, I told her, I don't want this dude having the phone number. Somehow he get the phone number. Now somebody's calling
All
private.
right, so you're angry with her because she's cheating on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is not the first guy. This is not the
No,
first
I was
guy.
not cheating on you,
I don't care.
She had another guy that she was sending photos like
So what did you do when you found out that she's cheating with these guys?
What did I do? I took my stuff back that I paid for, burnt it up and all of that.
Did you push her around a little bit?
Yeah, I got upset and I went to her and I said, you better tell me something to make it right. You know her exact words was, oh, so what? I did, oh, well, get over it. So I blacked out. Yes, I did.
What happens when you black out?
I grabbed her and I shook her. All that, she told me I picked her up, did all that. That's extra wrestling, WrestleMania stuff. I grabbed her. Your Honor, I grabbed her. I'm not going to lie. I grabbed her and shook her down and said, why are you doing this to me? Okay.
Why did you stay with her if she kept cheating on you?
You know what, man? I don't even know. Like,
I was a good girl, that's why.
No. Listen.
Because I put a...
Why did you agree to be a father to the son of a woman that you think is not a good woman?
When I looked at her son, I seen, like I told her when she asked me, I seen me and him because my dad wasn't around. My dad up and left. So it was so easy for me to take to him.
Did you love her?
Yeah, I loved her.
Are you suing her also?
Yeah, I was in jail. She damaged my property.
What did she damage?
She damaged my 42-inch TV. She damaged my sneakers and my clothes. She put holes in all my underwear.
Did you do that?
Your Honor, that was my stuff. It was my stuff to damage. The TV he's talking about, first of all, was a 32-inch. Me and the defendant went half on everything. We bought a couch, $600. TV, $600, okay? 3 on each.
And
now, Your Honor.
And she's lying.
And he's a liar. He tried to make a whole scene when he called the cops.
Your Honor,
excuse me.
Your Honor, I got evidence of her.
This is evidence of her what?
The damage that she did to my stuff.
Stop talking. Give me the evidence.
I'm just saying, she
Did
never
you put
bought
holes
none of
in
my
his
wardrobe.
underwear?
Yes, she did.
Why?
Yes, she
because
did.
you want to know what, Your Honor,
You bought them. I get it, but why?
You want to know
Your
why?
Honor.
Because
no, look for the pictures.
I got the pictures.
When I was going through stress at work, Your Honor, I mean, like, I almost lost my job over this. I mean, I used to go to work and just sit there and cry.
I heard that. That's the second time I heard
and
it.
And it was...
What am I looking at?
Okay, that's the first picture, 12/16/08, is a picture of my underwear that she cut up, that she stabbed
That's
through with the
underwear?
knife. Yes, that is. The next picture is 12/16/08, 1839. That's my sneakers she cut up. That's one of them.
Your Honor, I cut his shoelaces up, not his sneakers.
She
He
cut my
wants his
sneakers
$8
up.
for his shoelaces. I'll give him his $8.
Let me ask
cut
you
my
a question, Angela. Did you cut the sneakers?
No, I didn't cut the
Did you
sneakers.
buy the sneakers?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Your Honor. The next one,
It's the computer, right?
the 12/16/08/40. That's the front of my TV.
The issue for the court, I've heard enough. The issue for the court is whether the defendant is liable to the plaintiff for an unpaid cell phone bill, property damage, and emotional distress, and whether she's liable for property damage. I think that what you witnessed here in this courtroom today was the escalation of anger that could arise to the physical level within a matter of seconds. The plaintiff, as articulate and as clear as she seems to be, is also capable of going into a rage. I think we heard that. And the defendant clearly is. The defendant has a criminal record for assault and the use of guns, and so is accustomed to a certain amount of violence. They've each proven that the other is capable of damaging property, and I don't think there's any question but that she damaged yours and you damaged hers, and she admitted it, and you basically admitted manhandling her. So what the plaintiff has proven is is arguing for emotional distress, and I'm not going to give her that. I'm going to give her the unpaid cell phone bill and the $120. So that is $623 for the plaintiff. And for the defendant, I am going to give him the sneakers, $300, the plasma TV, $600. I'm going to give him $900. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You two need to understand something. You're going to end up in prison for some kind of homicide, Nathaniel. That is how angry and how deep your rage goes. You're going to end up dead somewhere if you continue to fight with someone who is capable of rising to the level of anger that he is. Don't look at my court officer and don't look at my bailiff and don't make faces. I awarded you money. I believed you with respect to that. So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.